Dear poet, it is with great sense of urgency that I write to you. As our leaders play with COVID to deflect our focus, our state is walking bare feet. The politicians have stolen her shoes. If you do not wage wars, you would concede defeat. So I write to ask you to grab your sword. Please, poet, pick up a pen and write. Write about us, for us, to us, a national poem. A poem that is written in a red book with white pages. A poem written with blue ink and a green pen. A poem that will make us put our hands on our chest as if singing the national anthem. A poem that sounds like home. A poem that is strictly Gambian. As Gambian as the statue of the man who used to stand at the entrance of Banjul waving peace with a child in his hand. Write a poem that tells us how that statue came down and where it was taken. So please, dear poet, pick up a pen and write. Write a poem that is angry. Angry about how we are receiving foreign aid in billions from Europeans, even Prince Williams, but we still lack the capacity of resilience. So write a poem about our empty coffers. A poem of greed, a poem of corruption, a poor piece piecing parts of a political poem. And this poem must be a conscious poem, like a poem that enlightens us of the walls we have built between us and history, between Edward Francis Small and his story, between women in labor and safe delivery, between public institutions and better service delivery. But don't forget the youth who are poor and deeply frustrated. So write a poem that migrated all the way to Libya, got sold as a slave, escaped death, only to return back unemployed. The hustle, the aim, the bigger dreams sinking in ships in the silent seas of struggle. Because among us, some are able, others are different. But together we are differently able to change this country. So write about us, for us, to us, and please remember, dear poet, we need to hear this poem before it's too late. Yet I fear that by the time this poem is written, it is going to take so long that it would make us feel like we are standing in line to get a national ID, or otherwise make us wait. Stand and wait. Because of the bad road, stand and wait. Because of the many cars congested on our few roads, stand and wait. To calculate how many fares one has to pay to get from Tabokoro to Westfield, so we stand and wait for this poem that will talk about the poor transport system. So write. You know, write. We do not know, write. I ask that you write something sadly Gambian, as cheap as drugs, high in the generation of our youth who are using pills now. But we want to hear a poem that can change this. A poem that would change that which would not change. So write a poem that sparks a revolution, a poem that stands for us, or a poem that we stand for, like an impasse poem, an anti-crime poem, a coup plot poem, a never again poem, or a not too young to run poem, something radical of us. See, we need to listen to some sincere Gambian poetry, like a poem that is so corrupt, it can get us some diplomatic passports, something that depicts our reality. To conclude, don't be shy, don't be rude, yet in their lies show us the truth. Make words on paper speak and never let them mute you. Because it's only the liquid in your pen that can baptize our future. Write.